Remy Etienne LeBeau, or otherwise known as Gambit, is a central character from the mutant superhero team known as X-Men. His ability of thievery is only matched by the love he has for his fellow mutants, especially Rogue. Gambit powers consist of kinetic charges and being able to channel energy into objects such as staffs and playing cards. He has Kinetic Card and Cajun Slash. And according to Jules' Marvel 2 tier list, he is currently ranked behind Marrow in C tier. But even with his placement in the tier list, what is it that makes Gambit a superior mutant? To understand this question, we need to watch today's episode of Dad and Kids Play 1. What's good, everybody? I'm Dad from Dad and Kids Play 1, and this is Gambit move list from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. We're going to go over all Gambit moves and discuss tips and strategies to help you learn to play the character better. Also, if you like these type of videos, then consider giving it a like and maybe a subscribe. Thanks. Before we cover the special moves, first let us take a look at the basic attacks. Okay, starting off this list is the Kinetic Card. The Kinetic Card is Gambit projectile attack. To do this move, do a quarter circle forward and press any punch button. So this attack works as it did in X-Men vs. Street Fighter, but just with the medium punch version omitted. The punch button press determines the strength and speed of the attack. This move is almost instantaneous, with the Fierce Punch variation having more of a delay on startup. The Kinetic Card should be used for pressure and can be executed in mid-air. So the Trick Card is another way of doing the Kinetic Card. To do this attack, do a quarter circle back plus any punch button. Gambit would throw the card at an upwards angle, and you can use it as an anti-air. Even so, be mindful when doing so since the move has a delay on startup, especially the Fierce Punch version. Like the Kinetic Card, the projectile is almost instantaneous, and the Light Punch version is the best to use as an anti-air. The Cajun Slash is another effective attack while on the offensive. To do the move, do a Dragon Punch motion plus any punch button. This move works the same as before. The main difference here is that the Fierce Punch variation has to be done by pressing Light Kick and Fierce Punch together. So, there we go. Besides that, this attack is great for mix-ups, and it's great in combos. So use the Light Punch version for pressure, and alternate between the Medium Punch and Fierce Punch variation. Also, the Fierce Punch version is a quick way to move across the screen. As I previously stated, this move reminds me of Vega's wall attack. To execute this maneuver, charge down for 2 seconds, then press up and any punch button. If you press forward while doing the move, Gambit will jump towards the opposite wall. So like, there you go. Also, while Gambit reaches the wall, you have an opportunity to do another wall jump by pressing the opposite direction, like so. As you come down, press any punch to do a downward slash. Note, you only get one chance to do the downward slash per Cajun Escape, so make sure you time it right. And that's it. Now, this move is just like the Cajun Escape, but more so an alternative version. To do this attack, charge by holding down, then press up and any kick button.
Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike!
Also, you can do another wall jump from here by pressing up in the opposite direction. So it looks like this.
Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike!
Now the main difference with the Cajun Strike is that the kick is going to automatically come out. You don't have to press the kick button after you do the wall jump. So yeah, the kick will actually come out on its own.
Cajun Strike! Cajun Strike!
So besides having medium kick omitted, there's really no difference from his X-Men vs. Street Fighter counterpart when it comes to the Cajun Strike. Okay. Press forward and Fierce Punch or Fierce Kick to throw the enemy. In this game, Gambit has 2 throws. So, it's the Fierce Punch version. And this is how Fierce Kick look. Gambit has one launcher in the game. To do the launcher, press down and Fierce Punch for a pop-up. Even though the launcher doesn't have the fastest startup frames, it does have good reach and can be used as an anti-air. You can do Gambit taunt by pressing the select button. Alternatively, hold the light kick and press start if you're playing the Dreamcast version. The first super move I would like to cover is called the Royal Flush. To do the move, do a quarter circle forward, then press both punch buttons together. Gambit would throw his salve upwards and then proceed to throw a flurry of kinetic cards at his opponent for a total of 37 hits. If the enemy is in mid-air above Gambit, they can get hit by the staff as Gambit is performing the move. And as you can see, this move is generally the same as it was in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. This attack is cool and the movement is uncanny. No pun intended. To do the Cajun Explosion, do a quarter circle forward or a quarter circle back, plus both kick buttons. This attack can be tricky since Gambit can go either forwards or backwards while performing this hyper. See. Even though the Cajun Explosion has several startup frames, you can definitely play mind games while using it. A very solid hyper indeed. Okay. Here's what to expect when you use Gambit as an assist character. Gambit's alpha assist will use a Fierce Punch Kinetic Card. His beta assist will use a Light Punch Cajun Slash. And his Gamma assist will perform a launcher. Overall, Gambit is an excellent character in my opinion, and honestly, there's not much of a difference between his Marvel 2 and X-Men vs. Street Fighter counterparts. So the same tactics that you use in X-Men and Marvel 1 still applies here. He has moves to attack from afar and close range, and can hold his own when it comes to the opposition. In close range, keep the pressure on your enemy with Cajun Slash, and remember to use the Light Punch and Fierce Punch versions for combo finishers. Make sure to use the Medium Punch version of the Cajun Slash to break through a crouching opponent's defense. While the Cajun Escape and the Cajun Strike are both great moves by themselves, make sure to use them randomly, but don't rely on them too much or the enemy will start to catch on to what you're doing. Remember to use the trick card as the anti-air as well as the beginning of the Royal Flush. With that being said, here are some tips to help you play better with Gambit. Remember that the Cajun Slash can be used quickly to travel across the screen. Speaking of Cajun Slash, remember that the fierce version of the attack is done with Light Kick plus Fierce Punch. Gambit can cause high damage while getting in a few cards, and by doing the Royal Flush Hyper all while using a single meter. The Cajun Explosion can be done forwards or backwards. Whenever using Gambit as an assist, make sure to use the alpha one, which is the Fierce Punch Kinetic Card. Well, that's it for this week's installment, and like I said before, please let me know in the comment section who you would like to see me cover next in the Marvel and Capcom series. I'm Dad Mishima from Dad and Kids Play 1. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next game. Peace out.